To an honest, what we live as religion. Well, ancestry at first, myself, really much more. I've a lot. She's just in hell because of something. Well, the unholy seven seals. What is that? That would be a good theology video to get things clear if everything would be trustworthy, but I don't believe in this kind of ideas. None other than also usual emotions, and that emotions are of your own degree, blah 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 blah. Meaning, what are unholy seals? Oh, that is a different question. But seven unholy seals. Well, there's one to make them in the middle. It mirrors, but it can be differentiated. Meaning, one seal is always lost to the other that are mirrored to it. Basically. Meaning, two seals are always in revel and rebel. Meaning, I live this religion to myself. This is not of a religion. This is prototypical, not original. Any of these ideas. Meaning you can come up with it by yourself. Seven unholy seals is not my religion, of course. It's not the name of my religion. My religion doesn't have a name. I explained that well on YouTube, which religion I belong to. It's also well explained that you don't need to belong to a religion to have a fundamental spiritual view. But this idea I do live. So my first seal are the commandments, to a degree, but also just my first commandment. My first commandment is honor your wife, yourself, and your family to a degree, but not your wife and me, unless you want to fall away. Second thing is hellfire can be nice. The third is no mirror. The fourth is magic. The fifth is what is. The sixth is none, and the seventh is a seal. So there are seven unholy seals. They negate each other on all costs, but only one variation of path. One path that variates your life, that encompasses it and makes it apparent to yourself and the one you want to share it with if you thus must or should. You don't owe other people anything, but you can. These are just implications from it. It's not the religion itself or the foundation for that spiritual idea, because the seven unholy seal doesn't exist. There are seven unholy seals, not seven. The seventh doesn't exist. There's nothing after it. You can well make more ideas from it. You can have more unholy seals, but these can always just be the foundation, because the one is not missing. So that's also really core of our religion. I don't miss. Should not, shall not. Weakness is weakness. Must be eradicated. But I don't need help with it, that's weakness. I don't need my help, but that's weakness. Weakness is weakness. So, what is seven unholy seals? To explain it. This can be in every artifact, in every religion, in every conjured idea, in everything that is not of idea that writes itself or doesn't, or scenes. Meaning, it implicates that this can always be the case. So what are seven unholy seals? Not on word. Well, seven seals. To guard all of them together. They are unholy. If one falls, they will still protect the other. Just because of one fall of one seal, one broken seal doesn't exist. They're already all broken. They're ripped to pieces, to shreds, but not by violence or any of the sort. They don't exist. They're deaf. Part core of that religion or faith I belong to, but not my own, literal, the deaf conjured up. Very important. Now, what is that seal? Well, that's the point. The seven unholy seals don't make a seal. They make a variable path, but they can be then made into a seal. So what are seven unholy seals? Rather difficult, because it's a long discussion and I don't want to be holded to word or anything that we can be made responsible for, but I need to explain it, so I try to give my best short explanation. They are not in order. That's why they are unholy. A holy seal would be order. There would be one first seal, and there would be an order that's apparent. But with this kind of ideas, it's wrong. The first unholy seal is to never negate what is before or after or with it. The second one is, it shall not be spoken about the second. That would negate the first, thus there is no thus. For that, the fourth one mirrors, and the fifth one follows. Thus, the third one exists, which is the base fundament, but can be intertwined with any of the sort. For that, there is none but the seven. It's a metaphor. It's not enough at the moment. So how does it work? Oh, the seven unholy seal. They are guided by the power within of the seals that you create to embody and encompass you, but they don't embody you literally, spiritually speaking. For that is that the fourth seal, which mirrors in an unreal or real way within the seals, they rather in and vi, thus that I am, that's natural law, very important. Usually nothing against it. Usually. Can find a workaround for everything though. That's obvious. Unless natural law really doesn't have a workaround it. Doesn't. But you can work with the consequences of it. That's rather a different idea. So what is then the seventh unholy seal? It doesn't exist. Probably. It can exist for other religions and other worldviews and spiritual idea, but not for us. So what is it? Well, the seven seals itself are not proof. If you miss two or one, they can be. If you know the third one, you have the proof, because the mirror is apparent. And that's basically where it starts. The seals is a theological, constructed, not argumentated variation of the same, meaning that the sixth seal guides what will not or could or should or die become what in is, but not entitled or ties the seals to the path. They are unholy, they are broken, but not the people with it working, just not even the power, but the power they possess. That's why they are unholy. They are not used for anything but what they were designed to. Not by anything else, but by yourself. Thus, the first seal holds true. Now, the second one should be in accordance if you would want to use it, but it's rather relevant, because the fifth seal doesn't give you allowance to do that. Now, that's where we come now to the explanation that I can guide with one of the examples. If you would know that the third seal is the wood is by not comet, meaning they could do this, but not this like in a this, meaning the third thus the third is a C, but not C, unless in the alphabet. Meaning the third is all a by, meaning it abides your guide for yourself and the creation work with such ideas to stabilize by one use of the seals, the mirror. Thus, it constructs the sealed ways that don't give price what will be of what is sealed in unholy sins. Meaning, the third is not the seven, but rather 6, but not divided by a mirror. What could be? For that, then, you need to use that idea, meaning the third is A, in that sense, when you used it. Thus, it constructs a sealed way to not give prize the path, the makeup of the seals, or any of that sort, not who is it behind, nor who it is, nor any of what could guide to it. If you misuse it, it's your own fault. You don't hold responsible to anything but yourself for this idea as well. Thus, you shall always guide and protect.